USA-Netherlands takeaways. USWNT finds resolve in second half to force a draw. In the most hotly anticipated match of the 2023 FIFA Women's World Cup so far, the two-time defending champion United States battled back from a 1-0 halftime deficit to tie the Netherlands in both teams' second first-round game Wednesday. Dutch striker Jill Roord opened the scoring just 17 minutes into the match, but U.S. co-captain Lindsey Horan equalized for the Americans, FIFA's top-ranked team, off a corner kick from Rose Lavelle with about a half-hour remaining, preventing the Americans from suffering their first group stage World Cup loss since they lost to Sweden in their final first-round game in 2011. Here are a few quick takeaways following Wednesday's match. Play of the game. The favorites had started on the front foot, pouring pressure on the Dutch back line from the opening whistle. But the Netherlands clearly came to play, too, forcing the U.S. into turnovers and maintaining possession methodically after they won the ball. That patience paid off when an unmarked Roord collected a pass at the top of the penalty area, took a touch and calmly slid a low shot along the turf and past U.S. goalkeeper Alyssa Naeher and into the corner of the net. The goal silenced the pro-U.S. crowd at Sky Stadium. It also allowed the Netherlands to sit back, defend with numbers and try to put away the game with another counterattack. And for the rest of the first half and the beginning of the second, that strategy frustrated the Americans, who were confronted with a wall of orange shirts whenever they got close to the goal. But Horan completely changed the momentum of the contest when she soared into the air to meet Lavelle's pinpoint corner with her head. It was a crucial goal in several ways. First, it proved that this U.S. team, more than half of which is competing at its first World Cup, can fight through adversity even when they're not playing well and still come out on the other side. More importantly, the point earned, and the two they denied the Dutch, keeps the Americans firmly in contention for the Group E title and the more favorable knockout stage path that comes with it. Turning point. Just before the U.S. equalized, Horan was fouled in front of the U.S. bench by Dutch midfielder Danielle van de Donk, her teammate for French club Lyon. It was a message-sending tackle, one that somehow wasn't deemed worthy of a yellow card by referee Yoshimi Yamashita. Horan clearly wasn't happy about. Just before the corner that led to the goal was taken, she could be seen jawing with van de Donk, to the point that Yamashita delayed the restart to give both players a stern talking to. If the play was meant to intimidate Horan or her teammates, it backfired. Horan channeled whatever anger she felt in the moment into her second goal of the tournament, and sent a clear message of her own. Key stat. While the U.S. was sloppy in possession for most of the night, despite trailing on the scoreboard for almost half of the match, the Dutch still had almost 60% of the ball. The Americans had no shortage of scoring chances. By the time the final whistle sounded, the Americans had sent 18 shots toward Daphne van Domselaar's goal. Just 4 of those were on target, including a long-range effort by Trinity Rodman right after Roord's opener that Van Domselaar fingertipped over the crossbar. The U.S. still must do better with their opportunities as the tournament goes on, but it's not as if the chances aren't there. What's next for the USWNT? The group finale against Portugal on August 1 coverage begins at 1 a.m. with kickoff at 3 a.m. Eastern Time on Fox, and the Fox Sports app was always going to mean something. Even with a win against the Netherlands, it would have been mathematically impossible for the U.S. to advance to the knockout phase Wednesday. Now the next one means that much more. Assuming the Dutch handle Vietnam, goal difference will determine which of the two powerhouses finishes atop the group. The Americans will therefore have all the reason in the world to attack from the start against the Portuguese. What's next for the Netherlands? With just 2 goals in its first 2 World Cup games, the Dutch need to score as many goals as possible against a Vietnamese team that could already be eliminated by then, and hope that Portugal is as stingy against the US as it was in its opening game. Thanks for your watching. Don't forget to click the subscribed button and hit the bell icon for more. you.